Romans, we're dealing with Paul, who he is talking to the Romans because the Romans are going through a time and period where they've forgotten a lot of the works of Christ. They're kind of like doing their own thing. There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on. You got Augustus Trump running against, I don't know, they got some stuff going on, similar to what we got going on today. You understand what I'm saying? So Paul says, you know what? We need to rear things back. We need to rear things back. Because evidently y'all forgot. Y'all are being conformed to the world. Now, let's talk about this definition, conform. Conform means to comply with the rules, standards, or laws. Behave according to socially acceptable standards. Okay. Now, we all talked about this last week. What was wrong 1,000 years ago is still wrong 500 years ago. And what was wrong 500 years ago is still wrong now. There you see, she remembers. She remembers. And why is that? Because that book don't change, right? But what's funny is society changes. Society makes changes. And after the society makes changes for a while, people say, you know what? Well, that's okay. No, it's not. And Paul felt the need to let them know. Conformity is not an option. Conformity is not an option. See, when we conform, it's like a chameleon, okay? A chameleon, when it wants to hide from something, it'll just change to match its environment. It conforms. But it's still a chameleon. It still eats the same thing. It still walks the same way. It don't change. It's still a chameleon. Okay? Conformity. It's not acceptable. What God is looking for is a transformation. Okay? A transformation. He doesn't want us to be similar to what's here in the world. You say why? Of course you did. Let me tell you why. John 5:19 tells us, and we know that we are of God, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. 5:19 in John, 1 John. You can look it up later. I promise you it's there. 1 John 2:15 tells us, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. You still want to know why? Okay, here we go. You ready? James 4:4 tells us. That's James 4, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of God. Strong words, but it's all right there. It's all right there. It ain't me talking. Compliance. Compliance. That's what we cannot have. Compliance. No. We're looking for transformation. Transformation. Transformation is coming from inside out. Total change. In this total change, you ever seen the TV movie that Transformers? And you know, they changing that. They got. Now that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a totally different thing, okay? Transformation comes from the Greek word metamorphosai, which is where we get the word metamorphosis, which is a total change. A total change. Definition: to make a thorough or dramatic change in the form, appearance, and character of. Did y'all catch all that? That don't mean you just diet and you go through a transformation. You seen those commercials? Have a total transformation! No. 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 It's not just the outside. Transformation is, once again, in the form, appearance, character of. It's the inside. That's the inside. And the world tells us, by the renewing of your mind, by changing the way we think. First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14 tells us, our thinking must change, transform, from old ungodly ways of thinking into new godly ways of thinking. It's all right there. We're all talking about that transformation. Transformation. Now, I'm going to ask you, how do we change what we think? How do we change what we think? I'm going to tell you. Somebody still have Romans 12:2 up? Somebody read for me Romans 12:2, please. Anybody still has it up? Go ahead and read.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
What? Go ahead, keep going.
And be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
By the renewing of your mind. Now, your mind gets thoughts from somewhere. Your mind gets thoughts from somewhere. Right? Now, we got to put that word in us. But we can't just read it. We can't just read it. So I'm going to help y'all out. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You got to love it. You got to love that word. You got to love those words that hurt. But you got to love it. Because once you love it and it resides inside you, then it becomes your thoughts. And when a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Then you're starting that transformation. Let's talk about that transformation. Let's talk about a real transformation. Tadpole. Who knows what a tadpole is? You know what a tadpole is? Okay. Ask you a question. Is a tadpole and a frog the same thing? Sorta. Kinda. Ever seen a tadpole jump? But it goes through a transformation. It goes through a transformation. And once it goes through that transformation, it doesn't go back to what it used to do. It don't go back to what it used to do. You ever seen a tadpole catch a fly in its mouth? Because once the transformation is complete, it starts doing things it never did. Come on, people. Transformation means we walk away from stuff. Transformation means we walk away from stuff. If you missed it, if you go back, well, you know what? I'm just going to go back and watch it. You ain't transformed. It ain't in your heart yet. You may be working on it, but you're not transformed. You're not transformed till you can walk away from it. You're not gonna miss it. Because the things you used to do, you don't need anymore. Your need is on a whole different level. Whole different level. And that need is the word. Having that word in you. It'll change how you view things. It'll change how you see things. Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your heart. It's got to start with your heart for that renewing of the mind. So many times people think, well, you know what? I can quote scriptures. Bop, 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 bop. And sometimes they're some of the bitterest people you want to meet. Because it's not in the heart. It's got to be in the heart. Not just in the mind. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The heart will mislead you. So you got to have that word in your heart. You don't have that word in your heart. Your heart, come on now. You'll understand this later. We know we've been in some positions and we're like, how in the world did I get here? Because I followed my heart. I followed my heart. My mind was saying, no, 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 no. My heart was saying, yeah. Which one won? Remember that later. You're going to be like, dang, he said I was going. Guys, your heart has to love that word. And that love has to fuel you. Fuel you like a fire like you won't believe. I'm talking, look, like people love money. People, have you ever seen anybody turn down money? People have an unconscious love for money. It's just an unconscious love. You could get paid, and the same day somebody said, you want $10, you're going to be like, nah, I just got paid, I'm good. You'll be like, yeah, I'll find a spot for it. You better be having that word the same way. There's no time, I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care what I'm doing. If somebody else doesn't bring the word, and I don't feel like talking. Oh, hey, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that word. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My day just got better. We gotta love that word. Love that word. Sometimes somebody comes and say, yeah, well, the word say that. Well, wait a minute. No, it didn't. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Friendly. Smile on my face. You just made my day. And you smiling like we talking about money. See, that's the problem. That's the confirmation of the world that tells you smile about money. Money gets you in trouble. See, the problem is, worldly, they give you enough money and enough things for you to want to hold on to. It makes your transformation even harder. Wait a minute. I want to transform, but my TV shows are on. I'll do that a little later. Wait a minute, I want to transform. But cable got me on 1,255 channels. I got to see at least what's on half of them. We're going to keep giving you stuff, try to deviate you from a transformation. Keep you on a confirmation. I'm telling you. We got to open our eyes. Open our eyes. I want to share with you, I'd like everybody to go to Ephesians 6. Ephesians 6. See, if you want to have a transformation, you need a strategy. For any good plan, you got to have a strategy. When you go to school, you got a strategy, don't you? I'm going to go to this class, I'm going to go to you. Whether they set the strategy for you or you set it, you got strategy, right? That's what I'm talking about. When you get ready to cook something, you got a strategy, don't you?
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. We need strategies. We just wake up and run out the door, let life hit us, we're going to be in a confused state. I want to start with Ephesians 6, verse 11. Because we need a daily strategy for this transformation. A daily strategy. Just like that transformation, total transformation, they say, dun, 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 go ahead and buy this Super PX 2040 and you'll have a six-pack, like, I don't know, whatever. But it's a strategy and it's a workout plan. And you got to do it daily. They're going to tell you, eat this, do 1,000 sit-ups, do 200, run 300 miles, do what you got to do. And these people are out there doing it. I know. Because I'm out there in the morning driving somewhere and I see them in the rain, running. Running in the rain. That's great. But what about the strategy for this? What about that strategy for, let's start at verse 12. For we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Let me tell you something. All the jogging in the rain ain't gonna prepare you for that. All the push-ups in the world ain't gonna prepare you for that. But verse 11 tells you, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Put on the whole armor of God. See, the problem is, we try to get every last minute of sleep, hit snooze to the last minute, and then we go running out the door. And we are prepared for nothing. Because there's no way in 5 minutes we can dock on the whole armor of God. It is a preparation no different than that daily workout that they want you to do. I challenge everybody during their time with transformation, which the transformation is constant. You best believe it's never complete. It's constant. But let Ephesians 6:11 be part of your daily routine during your transformation. Remind yourself. If you're doing Ephesians 6:11 and you're wondering, why do I keep doing this? Read Ephesians 6:12, it'll remind you. It'll remind you exactly what you're doing. We have to have an inner spiritual metamorphosis. An inner spiritual metamorphosis. Once we have that inner spiritual metamorphosis, we find our actions are different. We find the things that we accept are different. As part of that, the Word will show you the perfect will of God. The perfect will of God. See, the problem is, we still trying to please us. We still trying to please us. It ain't about us. You know what? Sometimes you do something crazy, I just gotta keep my mouth shut. Because it ain't about me. And I gotta show the perfect will of God. Because I know I've done things crazy left and right, and God said nothing. Because he knew eventually I would see the wrong in my ways. Ain't nothing like you teaching yourself. But how do you teach yourself? By staying in the Word. By loving that Word. When you truly love something, you don't want to hurt it. And then you realize, wow, I just did that and God was standing right here. I just did what I just did and God was standing right here. That can't feel good. Then we try to explain it to God. But see, it's because they did that. What's that got to do with you? Tell you right now, God is smart. God ain't gonna worry about what happened around you. He's only concerned about you controlling you. That's why he gave you that button. I know what button I'm talking about? That control switch for yourself. He gave you that. Even when you get married, he don't all of a sudden say, okay, now the wife got that switch and you get his switch and not. No. You are still responsible for your actions. And one of them acting fool, you got to be responsible for you. You pray, you let God, and your actions in God bring them back. Bring her back. You at work, somebody pop off, act a fool, you show them God, that word in you. And if you can't say something nice, come on, y'all. We heard it for years. If you can't say something nice, but you know, unfortunately, the conformity of the world and those Medea movies and all that got us thinking, oh, it's okay to just pop off on somebody. It's okay to act a fool. It's okay to drive a car through it. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not okay. We are responsible for our actions. And once we're transforming, and we're in that transformation, we understand that we're responsible for our actions, and our actions are responsible to one God. One God who gives us our word for transformation. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and the perfect will of God. Please, saints, please remember, we can't just know that word, we have to love it. We have to love those words that are the hardest for us to love. Love your neighbor as yourself. Be patient. Be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. And you know, the funny thing is, wrath doesn't always mean just that I gotta get it. It means slow to reaction. Don't always just quickly react to something. No. Stay in that place of peace and love as long as humanly possible. That's what he's telling you by saying patience. Be patient. Stay in that place. Peace. Love. Peace. Love. Anger. Whatever. Huh? But so quick, as soon as somebody say something to us, I'm going to step right on out of that. Come on. We have to love that word. Love it. And the more we love that word, the more we go through that transformation, the more we're going to love the others. Those that even hurt us. We still going to love them. We still going to say, it's all right. It's all right. I got to stay in my place of peace. Ooh, some people will make you read now. Some people may say, I'm about to go to my book, but I'm not going to respond to you right now because you're not going to get me out of this place. So I'm going to have to read in this place. A lot of us, now I'm going to read. You can't read in that condition. You can't. You can't talk to God in that condition? What? I'm talking to God. Yeah, okay. You have to be in the right frame of mind. And that's what's talking about. That control switch you have for you. Tell people all the time, when they sit there and they want to be frustrated about other people, you let other people frustrate you if you want to. But the only thing in this world you can't control is you. That's right. That's it. It's all you got. And your best friend is taking you and making that transformation. When you start making that transformation, people look at you. You changed. That's the trick bag. That's to get you back, to backslide you. You changed. No, I ain't changed. Yeah, I did. You're right, I changed. And I got to be here now. Coming with me? No? Okay. See how he changed? He's too good for me. No, it ain't that I'm too good for you. Just some stuff I can't do no more. I'm sorry, I'm a frog now. I cannot hang with the tadpoles. So when you become a frog, you come jump with me. Till then, you keep swimming yourself around. Change is good. When we talking about changing for the Lord, amen? Amen. Don't be afraid of that. Don't let them get you in that trick bag. You changed. You got that right. Catch me tomorrow, I'm gonna change again. Catch me next week. God willing, I'm change again. Amen? Amen. Keep going for that change. Keep going for that change. Keep reading that word. Keep reading that word. Don't just read it so you know it. Like that schoolwork. No. Read it and love it. Love it. Embrace it. Make it a part of you. Amen? Amen. Let us pray.